Hey, hey, hey. It's Shel Anderson from Shel's Creative Corner and Shel Anderson Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I would like to thank you for joining me tonight for this version of Stamp with Shel. And I have a special surprise for you again tonight. I am once again using a stamp set that is going to be in the 2021-2022 annual catalog, which is coming out the 1st of May. Now, I received this stamp set as part of a convention that I am attending for Stampin' Up! And unfortunately, I am not able to show you the stamp set. I'm not able to show you the stamps as per Stampin' Up! Policy. However, I am able to show you the cards that I make with it. So for this card tonight, I have pre-stamped my design so that you did not see the stamp and that you did not see the stamp case. Okay? So it's just going to be a little while and then you guys will be able to see that for yourselves. Okay. So for tonight's card, I am using Versamark ink, a bone folder, Memento ink, heat and stick powder, the tailored tag punch, the gilded leafing, some Stampin' blends in Seaside and in Moonlight Madness. Misty Moonlight. And I am using an old blender pen. There's no fluid left in this pen. It's just a dried out pen. Okay? I didn't throw it out, and I'm going to show you tonight why. All right. Our cardstock for tonight is Seaside Spray. This is retiring, so I'm trying to use it up. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of Night of Navy. That is 4 by 5 1/4. Then I have a piece of the new In Color designer paper for 2021-22. And these patterns are fabulous, ladies. You're going to love them. This one is the one that I'm going to use here with the dots on it. And then, as I said, I have made a mistake here. This one got all blurry. I stamped my image of the butterfly, which is gorgeous, and the greeting, just for you, on a 2-inch wide piece of basic white cardstock. And then I used my tailored tag punch and I made a banner tail on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper to put underneath my images, and we are going to color them with our markers. And I'm going to start with light Seaside Spray. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to color the entire butterfly to get a base coat on here, with the exception of the body of the butterfly. I'm going to leave that plain. And I apologize if I have my big head in the camera, but I need to be able to see to color this. All right, so I've just laid a base color on there, and I'm going to do the same for each one of these. Very quickly, just adding some color. And then we'll go in with some of the darker blues and we will zazz these butterflies up a bit. This is a gorgeous stamp set. If you saw my previous video that I've done with this, there is a bird image that is to die for. And there are 3 more images and 2 more greetings. So there's a lot of value. I love stamp sets that have images as well as greetings. Now often I use my greetings from other stamp sets. It just depends on what occasion I'm using the card for, but I like to have a stamp that has greetings with it as well. All right, so now maybe I'll go in with the dark seaside, and maybe in this area all the way around, we will just add a little darker image. And you can see how simple this coloring is. I'm not doing anything fancy. I just want to get some different tones on here. And I've chosen the Misty Moonlight as opposed to the Night of Navy, as I find the Night of Navy very dark. So now I'm going to step up to the light Misty Moonlight. And let me see, where am I going to put this? I think we'll just work our way out in this area. And in this area, and here. Right, and do the same here. Work our way around. You'll notice right around the outside edge of the butterfly, I'm leaving that, the light color of the seaside spray. One more to go. There's no right or wrong way to do this, and you can do this in whatever color you want if you purchase this stamp set when the catalog goes live. Or maybe you can apply this technique to a stamp set that you already own. All right, I'm happy with that. And I'm not going any darker. So now I am going to pull in my Versamark ink, and I'm using this blender pen that has nothing in it. And I'm just going to color with the clear ink the bodies of these butterflies. I'm just pressing and pressing the ink onto these bodies. And I'm going to do it twice because I want to make sure that I have ink on here before I put the heat and stick powder on. All right, so now I'm going to put the heat and stick powder on those butterfly bodies and then tap off the excess. And can you see how that powder stuck there? Okay, I'm going to do it again, give it a good coat, tap off the excess. All right, now it's going to get noisy, my friends. because I'm going to plug in my heat tool and we're going to heat that embossing powder. I don't know whether you guys can see this melting, but that powder is melting. And now I am going to take some of this gorgeous gilded leafing and I'm going to press it over the top of those little butterfly bodies. Just like so. Now I'm going to put the cover back on this before I have this everywhere. And now I'm going to bring in a sponge and I'm just going to polish. And basically what it will do is take away the gilded leafing wherever there is no heat and stick powder. All right. So there we have the bodies, okay? Now, I've done that before. I want to try putting some on the wings. I've never done this one before, but I'm going to try it. We'll never know till we try it. I'm just taking this expired empty blender pen, tapping it on the Versamark, and I'm going around the very edge of these butterfly wings. I'm going to do it twice, the same as I did it at the top, to make sure that we have the Versamark where we need it to be. Then I'm just going to do one of these at a time. We're going to add the heat and stick powder, tap off the excess. If you have any stray where you don't want it, now's the time to get it off. Can you see where it's white around the edge of those wings? All right, we're going to heat it up. Just like so. And then we're going to do the same thing with the gold leaf flakes. And the littlest pieces will work. So if you have these gold leaf flakes, make sure that you keep all your little pieces because they will definitely work. Just going to press it on, put the lid back on, grab our sponge, and polish it off. Check that out. Pretty cool, eh? All right, we're going to continue. And I think I'm only going to do every other butterfly, just to make it interesting. That way they won't all be exactly the same. And this gold is definitely going to draw the eye. All right, let's go around one more time. Okay, I think that'll do it for the Versamark. We'll open our leafing again. Ooh, look at the size of that one. Holy, that guy's huge. Oh, did you see what I just did? Heavens to Murgatroyd, don't do what I just did. I didn't put the heat powder on it. All right, we're not done with the Versamark. I have to fix what I just did. I got ahead of myself. Let's add some heat and stick. It will work much better with heat and stick. All right, I missed a step. Awesome. All right, we're going to heat this up again. Now the leafing will stick much better, I'm sure of it. All right, let's cover these up. All right, now we're going to bring in our sponge and we're just going to polish away the excess. Isn't that cool? Now there's a little spot there where you can see blue. If that bothers you, you can put more of the Versamark on, more of the heat and stick. But I am perfectly fine with that. I think that looks super, super cool. All right, now I had an idea. You know me, stamping on the fly. This is going to go down the center of this page. I thought we could color some of these little dots, maybe every third one, with Versamark. Three. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll start here and go here and go here, go here and go here. All right, let's get that powder on this side of the card and see what it looks like. As you can tell, this gold leafing is a bit messy, but it's so fun, I'm telling you. It is very fun. All right, I'm going to heat that up off camera, just because I don't want that gold leafing going crazy on me. All right, let's see if I can get some of these pieces that are on the desktop already attached to some of these areas. All right, let's just bring our sponge in. Staticky. Now this is not going to be an exact science, as you can tell. So these 3 rows over here, we're going to give them the same treatment. Alright, we'll get some heat and stick powder on here. And I'm going to melt that. All right, now we're going to get some more leafing on here. That big piece, holy. Alright, bring in my sponge and we'll buff it. And then we'll do any touch-ups we need to do. Get some of those big pieces off. A little more buffing here. All right, let me put the cover on these and set those aside and clean up as much of this as I can. Oops, get out of here. All right, I have a little broom here that I'm going to try to get this all back here, and we're going to pour it back into the jar as best we can. All right, that's not bad. All right, that was messy fun. Let me get this. I used this the other night and I had a little bit of glue spots on my desktop. I had gold leaf stuck to my desktop. All right. Get the most of this off. And we will bring in a cloth and take care of most of it. All right. Now we get to put our card together. See, there's little gold leaf stuff there. Where's my blender pan? I put the lid on it even though it is dried out. Okay, so back to our card. We are going to, I think we're going to emboss this. I'm going to bring in the subtle embossing folder, and I'm going to just go off camera for a moment, and I'm going to run this through and give it a little bit of texture. So you just bear with me for a moment, and I will be right back. Just a little bit of magic happening. Check out all that gorgeous texture. Love it. Love it, love it. All right, we are going to glue this flat on the card front. Which side do I want to glue? This side, I guess. And I'm going heavy with the glue because this is embossed and I want it to stick well. All right. Give that a little bit of a back rub. And then we're going to bring in our DSP that we added some gold dots to. And that was not part of the plan, but once I started putting that gilded leafing on that butterfly, I thought, oh, that's going to be something I can do. See, there's just a little bit of texture around. I like that. And finally, as you can tell, I had a smudged one on the back side. We're going to glue this flat as well. And right, do you see that? It is too long. We're going to the top of the blue layer, the navy layer. Let me get this lifted and back down in place. I didn't plan that out very well. So there's 2 oopses in one video. Check that out. Isn't that pretty? And I love that those little gold flecks in the DSP, because it really just brings it all together. And I have a little bit of glue on here. We'll take care of that. That is so pretty. What do you think? Can you see all that sparkle? All right, so there is our card using the butterfly image from the Etched in Nature stamp set. And in case you didn't see my last video, I'm going to pull in the first card I made with this set. And this is the bird image. Isn't that beautiful? All right, I'll bring them both up close to the camera so you can see. And if you haven't seen this one, just search it on YouTube. You'll find it, or you can find it on my Facebook. Okay? All right, thanks, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye-bye for now.